The Indian Express article heading is PM's call for to forgive must be heard by police party. Get ready, start. The Prime Minister's message was clear. He urged forgiveness for those who used abusive language against him during the recent student protests triggered by the NEET exam paper leak. Punishing them, dragging them to court, and hounding them is not the way forward, PM Narendra Modi said in an Instagram video on Friday. It was a welcome intervention, one that recognized that such excesses are best addressed through persuasion rather than prosecution. But if his words are to carry weight, they must be honored by law enforcement agencies, by his party, and by the troll armies that are affiliated to it or support it. Unfortunately, that seems easier said than done. Ever since the protest was called off on July 25, a reluctant less backlash is being faced by many who took to the streets. Cases were filed against protesters, notwithstanding the government's assurance that legal action would not be taken, even as some state governments have since then withdrawn cases. Online self appointed enforcers of morality have shared photographs and videos of those who participated, demanding action against them. Trolls have doxed several of the protesters, making their names, phone numbers, addresses, and other personal detail public, thus exposing them to sustained harassment. Young women, in particular, have drawn much of this ire. The resignation of Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan, one of the key demands of the hysterical online platform Cockroach Janta Party, which led the protesters, showed that the government was listening to the youth. The significance of that moment lay in the state recognizing that it had to resist its instinct to turn a deaf ear to grievances or to criminalize dissent. The PM's call to forgive the protesters is an important part of that acknowledgement. But forgiveness cannot remain a sentiment expressed on Instagram while intimidation continues on the ground. Certainly, some of the language used during the demonstrations was crude, falling on old sexist tropes. It was unbecoming of a moment that was otherwise defined by fresh and creative energy. But while these protests must become an opportunity for the young and indeed the old to learn from their mistakes, they cannot be used as a pretext for the state and online mobs to target them vindictively. Stop. The Prime Minister has spoken. The police and party faithful should listen to him. Stop.